So is it just us, or it seems like you just love to make things exciting, like this team?
Lordy Bagordy. I'll start off by saying that. These guys are a really resilient group. We're playing better. We're showing signs to be able to get up 15 points, I think it was, or 16 against a really good Colorado team shows a lot. But just like in Stanford game, you kind of let them back in. Just like Stanford made 4 threes in a short period of time, where before we did such a really good job and our defense was high level. But you find ways to win, and even like the last play, we get the offensive tip out rebound, and then we go man to man the last, and Jamal Bay hadn't been playing and makes the play of the game. I mean, just walls up on Walker and makes it very difficult for him, and then we battle off and get a rebound. We find ways, but we need to be better at not just getting leads, but extending leads, using the clock a little bit better, It's never perfect, but you're striving to be.
I was talking to Percy, and back at Colorado on the glass, you guys got
-20.
47-27, I believe was the number. And tonight you out rebounded 42-35 with 15 offensive boards. What was the difference tonight with that?
Made it a focus this week, and we challenged and we had to be tougher. And I think everybody really, 5 guys went in the paint and rebounded. We got efforts from everybody. I thought Nate Roberts did a really good job. He was really physical interior-wise. Langston came in, he got the fouls, but he brought really good energy, walled up right away, and our defense, when we were active, and it was deflective, and that gets us out in transition, and that's when we're at our best. And so there's a lot of good at that. And then when we rebound, we're at our best. And that's what we've been trying to do is really just focus on it. And rebounding is a toughness thing. One of our assistant coaches told me, he said that Jerry Sloan used to say, a rebound is like a loose ball. It's up for anybody to go get. And that's a toughness thing. And I thought we were tough tonight. And that's really important as we move forward.
Mike, what did you like about that 8-minute stretch there in the second half when you guys got the lead and then were able to build it?
I was just thinking, gosh, our defense looks really good, and they executed the game plan. We made it difficult to get the ball in the high post. We did the most part of defending the 3, and then we finished with rebounding. And those things, it's rolling, and then that kind of takes the air out of them. And then you're going down there, and we're getting layups and dunks, and our crowd's getting into it, and that's the fun. That's the fun way to play, and that's when we're at our best. This winning games is not easy, and there's really good teams in our league, really good coaches, and you've got to be able to go out there and execute and do those things. And for the most part, we did. And then there's a few things that we have to clean up, but we're seeing progress for sure.
Mike, Terrell Brown continues to amaze me with his shot selection. I don't think he had 26 points. I don't think maybe more than one shot was outside of a land or a follow. And
pretty hell of a talent, right?
Yeah, I mean,
when you do that, it's like, okay, this is what I do. Everybody knows this is what I do, and I can still do it. I wish I had that talent. That's in anything. I mean, listen, that kid's been built on hard work. And he's been built on just being the toughest guy out there and believing in himself. And he is a great example for every young player out there or kid that has dreams about believing in yourself and not having to worry about what other people think, and just keep getting better. And those are the stories that make sports so great. And just really proud of him. This team has been willed by a lot of guys, and he was so good tonight for sure.
Is Terrell getting the recognition he deserves?
You know what? You get recognition when you win, right? And he's as good as any player in the league. Matisse Thybulle, the year before our first year, he was really good in steals, and then we won, and he was defensive player of the year. usually the teams in the upper echelon, and that's our hope. Our hope is to be in the upper echelon of the Pac-12. We're 5-3. We have another opportunity on Saturday, and everybody knows he can score, he can do these things. Now we're showing that we can win, and he's a huge part of that. But yet, I think he's one of the best players in the country, not just in the league. Because we play in one of the best leagues in the country, and he's been doing this night in and night out. That's the consistency that's pretty damn rare.
How good can this defense be? It seems like you guys do the one thing really, really well, which is creating havoc, getting steals, but other parts just maybe aren't there. And I'm just
Well, like say for instance in league, okay? In league, we're I think 10th in defensive efficiency. Our first couple of years we were number 1, and then in third year we were I think 4th. And we have the ability to keep getting better. Now we are not going to be the type of team that takes away everything, but we can be a team that takes away certain elements of a game that make us different and give us an advantage. With our stealing ability and our disruption ability and the way that we can move in our traps, that gives us, that's different than some of the teams that we've had, and that's our advantage. But I think this team, we can keep getting better and better. And, in the first half, we missed a lot of layups. We missed a lot of shots right around the rim that we normally make. And so I know we can get better in a lot of different ways. That's the fun thing about coaching. Like when you have still a lot of growth potential, in terms of shooting, in terms of, we were 4 for 17. The first 5 or 6 games, I think we were number 1 in the league in 3-point field goal percentage. And then we were 3rd or 4th in free throw percentage. Tonight, 8 for 17. And we still, the consistency of where we can go is just, that's what's so much fun about where we can take this team.
and just
Because earlier in the year, Percy, sorry for interrupting.
No.
If we shot 4 for 17 and 8 for 17 for the free throw line, did we win early? We lost when we didn't shoot well. We just beat a really good team and we didn't shoot well. It's because our defense was really good.
The idea of coaxing more offense from guys other than Terrell and Emmett.
Yeah.
How do you get those guys going?
Well, I think we've got really good offensive players that we just, they're gonna do it. I know Jamal Bay's got more in the tank. I know Dejon Davis has had really big games. He had 21 against Winthrop. We all know, Cole Badgemo was really hot. Those are the things that we know. A lot of these guys, can make, offensive impact as well. But the one thing that you can rely on is your defense. It travels. You can take it with it. You can't control shot makes, and you just got to take good ones. And hopefully we'll do better there, and we will. I know we will because we got good players.
Back to Terrell for a second. Does his offensive game, I know players are totally different, but does his offensive game have some similarities to the way Jalen played when he was here, in that it didn't have to be the 3? He had the mid-range game. He had the ability to get to the rim, even though everyone knew that was kind of what his game was.
Yeah, he's very similar in a lot of ways. He's got that same maturity. He's got that same attack. He's got that same toughness, for sure.
Okay, anything else?
Just real quick, Utah, I know you want to enjoy this weekend, but
Well, the cool thing is we played these teams, which is good, for the second time. A little bit about Utah, watched them play the other night. They were really good in the first half, and Brandon Carlson, after we played him, Brandon Carlson's been out 4 or 5 games. I feel bad for Coach Smith because he's one of the best big guys. He was one of their best players, one of the best players in the league. When you lose a guy of that caliber, you're going to have some struggle. They got him back in the last game. You could see that there was a little, chemistry and some off, but they're good. They play hard. They're very well coached. Obviously, they had us down 14 at their place, so we know how good they are, and we're going to have to play. That's the thing about it. We got a quick turnaround. This thing is like, I'm going to go to bed if I sleep tonight, and I'm going to be up the next day. Saying, what time's game? 1:30? I'll ask my wife for 3 times. She's like, are you okay? Are you here? I'm like, honey, is it 1:30, 1, 2? I don't know. But just blessed that we get the opportunity to play, and hopefully we can, build some momentum and keep getting better as a team. And that's what you try to do day in and day out.
do you like Saturday afternoon games?
You know what? I love Saturday afternoon games. I don't like it when they're so quick turnover. I like having like at least another day in between to play a Saturday noon or one. I love that because if you play well, then you have the rest of the night, and usually the way that we do it, Sunday's the day off, and then you can have great family time, go to church, do those things that you do, and have a good spirit.